So, last Saturday started out like any normal weekend. My dad, armed with a YouTube tutorial and a wildly misplaced sense of confidence, declared that he would finally fix the leaky sink in the kitchen. My mom, having learned from previous dad-led DIY disasters, RIP to our backyard fence, made herself scarce, claiming urgent errands that suspiciously included literally anywhere but here. I decided to stick around, partly out of morbid curiosity and partly because someone had to call 911 if the water heater got involved. Things started off pretty normal. Dad had his toolbox, a roll of duct tape, for moral support, I guess, and a mug of coffee that, in his words, wouldn't fix the sink, but might fix my attitude. He slid under the sink and started unscrewing things, muttering about compression nuts and ancient plumbing curses. About 10 minutes in, there was a faint hiss, followed by a gurgle, then a sound I can only describe as Niagara Falls with a personal vendetta. Water shot out from under the cabinet like it was auditioning for SeaWorld, and before I could process what was happening, our kitchen tile was hosting its own Olympic swimming trials. Dad scrambled out from under the sink like a raccoon caught in the trash, slipping and sliding across the floor in what I can only call an interpretive dance titled regret. I grabbed every towel in the house, then the bath mats, then my brother's hoodie, trying to stem the tide, but the water just kept coming. My little sister, sensing an opportunity, attempted to surf across the kitchen table on a baking sheet. Even the dog got in on the action, gleefully zooming through the puddles like he waited his whole life for this moment. At one point, Dad tried to call a plumber, but couldn't unlock his phone with soapy hands, so he just yelled at Siri until she threatened to call the Coast Guard. The plumber finally arrived, surveyed the scene, and, after a long pause, handed my dad a bill not just for the repair, but for emotional distress and hazardous working conditions. Turns out, the only thing my dad really fixed was our family's definition of water feature. As for the kitchen, let's just say we now offer guided tours of our slip and slide experience, and Dad's been banned from YouTube, Home Depot, and, most importantly, trying to fix anything that uses water. Guess you could say our family really went down the drain, but at least we did it with style.